1. Nyanyako, 12 years old. Nyanyako was a child who loved talking to people, not only with children her own age, but out of pure curiosity, she actively spoke to adults too, and everyone loved her for her intelligence and charm. On Christmas Eve, she borrowed her father's computer and typed an email to Santa Claus. The moment she hit send, she connected with another world, a place entirely different from where Nyanyako lived. In that other world, cats were just cats and could not speak. It was completely different from her world, where the sacred myth of humans and cats was alive. Driven by curiosity, Nyanyako treasured this connection with the other world. Normally, she was just a lovely child who liked playing with the many toys in her room, but she possessed a brilliant talent for writing and a rare, innate ability to read human hearts. Reading hearts, it was a truly irreplaceable gift, for better or for worse, designed for a bright future of children. Two. Nyawortina, 25 years old. Excuse me, but you paint so beautifully. Near the foot of a bridge in the suburbs, Nyawortina spoke to an old painter. Oh dear me, it is quite embarrassing. I am just a humble painter, not used to being praised. I really love the touch of your brush. I have watched you paint every time I passed by here. My, you have caught me off guard. There is nothing to gain from praising an old man like me. Would you please paint my portrait next time? What? Well, painting you would be an honor beyond my wildest dreams. But are you sure someone like me is good enough? I truly love your art. I apologize for the sudden request, but please, I would be so grateful. The old man deeply appreciated Nyawortina's offer. Her words rejuvenated his spirit and gave him courage. I understand. Please visit me on any day that suits you. I will always be waiting here. Thank you so much. I am truly glad I spoke to you today. Design where courage opens the path. 3. Bontifort, 72 years old. Nyawortina visited the old man at the foot of the bridge once again. Mr. Bontifort, it has been a while. How have you been? The moment the old painter Bontifort heard Nyawortina's voice, a bright smile bloomed on his face. I am doing well. Are you doing well too, Nyawortina? Yes, I am doing fine as always. What brings you here today? I have a bright little niece named Nyanyako. When I showed her your paintings, she was deeply moved. Oh, deeply moved, you say? Yes, she has a mysterious power. She can read human hearts. She can even feel the souls left behind in the things people use or create. Bontifort grew excited by this fascinating story. To think such a wondrous child exists. I would love to meet her. Aren't you afraid? She will read your heart, you know? We must never fear. She is a child. We must simply love her. That love is exactly what she will see inside. Nyawortina suddenly felt ashamed of her own doubt. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Design that embraces children. 4. Bandit Foruru, 12 years old. Father, what are you inventing this time? Bandit asked, curious because her father, Jenner, looked so happy while working. While my last invention was a way to communicate with unknown life forms in space, you will be amazed by this one. It is a teleportation device. If you wear it while sleeping, your consciousness leaves your body as an astral form. Because you are an astral form, you can travel freely anywhere you want. You can soar through the universe and reach planets where life exists. And when you speak your own name there, you become a semi-astral form, allowing you to interact with the local people. If you want to return to your original body, you just have to give a false name. It is a groundbreaking device. Jenner's eyes were shining. Seeing him like that made Bandit happy. Once it's finished, lend it to me. Hey now, children shouldn't use this. You might get hurt. It's exactly because I'm a child that I should use it. Adults just don't understand how children feel. What on earth are you planning to do? I'm going to become a ghost and possess adults. Then, I'll make them donate money to underprivileged children. Design loved by genius. 5. H.E. Astral Form. So you are in contact with someone from another planet then. The old painter Bontifort finished listening to Nyanyako's story and understood the existence of a star far, far away. Yes. I can sense that this person, whether a he or a she, is the key figure connecting our planet and theirs. Nyanyako had successfully made contact with a specific person from another planet. That was why she believed this person should be welcomed to their planet. But even if you consult with me, I cannot do anything to help you. Bontifort looked at Nyanyako apologetically. That's not true. Mr. Bontifort, you have the pure, innocent power of art. The portrait you painted of my aunt actually held her astral form. If you can channel the image of the person I know into a painting, that person's astral form can exist here on this planet. In that case, tell me all about that person right away, design that breathes life into existence. 6. Nyaromporn. 24 years old. I found a ring in the bathroom. Nyanyako was staying at a motel along the coast with her father and mother. Nyanyako's mother, Nyazenne, handed the ring she found to Nyanyako. With her extraordinary ability, Nyanyako could find the owner. From this person's house, you can see the ocean, and right nearby, there is a mysterious rock. It is a very large rock with a hollow hole right through the center. When Nyanyako read that much information, Nyazenne remembered the name of the rock. It must be the ring rock. It's famous around here. Then let's go deliver it right away. As her father, Nyajay, said this, the three of them drove their car toward the ring rock. Father, stop the car. That house over there is the one. I'll be right back. Nyanyako got out of the car and visited the owner's house. Soon she returned with a bright smile. They were so happy. They are a carpenter's family. They said they would thank us next time. Design that protects the bride. 7. Nyamond, Master Builder. When H.E. woke up, he found himself in an unfamiliar room. There was a single portrait on the wall. He had been sleeping on the floor of a bleak, barren room with absolutely no furniture. A single lantern cast its light from the floor. Outside the window, it was a dark night. H.E. had no idea how he had reached that destination. However, the room was filled with the pleasant, fragrant scent of freshly cut wood. Grabbing the lantern, H.E. peered out the window. He gasped at the reflection staring back at him. The reflection of a woman was holding up the lantern. H.E. was forced to realize that this woman, who moved in perfect sync with his thoughts, was now his own self. Something far beyond his understanding was happening. To figure out the situation, H.E. left the room still holding the lantern. The house was beautifully crafted, carrying the elegant atmosphere of a grand mansion. He tried walking down the stairs, but the place was so spacious that he couldn't find the exit. Just then he heard a noise. Nervously, H.E. opened the door to the room where the sound came from. "Ah, so you've arrived. I've heard all about you. I just came to check on the house I finished building. I never expected to meet you this soon." Nyamond had built this house at Nyanyako's request. H.E. looked at the face of the being talking to him. It looked exactly like a cat. "Wah!" he screamed in terror, designed for a close encounter. "8. Misel, 75 years old. How is it? Was today's stew a bit too thick?" The old painter Bontifort's wife couldn't help but worry about her husband's taste. "No, I love it thick. By the time I finished eating, I was completely satisfied." "Ho ho, is that so? Is that so?" "Well, that's wonderful." Seeing his wife's smile beaming from across the table, Bontifort felt the stew tasted even more delicious. Suddenly, Bontifort remembered something he had forgotten. "Come to think of it, Misel, remember that being from another planet I painted? I heard she finally arrived." "Oh my, she really came." "Well, that's quite a surprise. I'm shocked at how fast she got here, too." "It's truly a miracle among miracles. In that case, I'll head over to her place for a quick visit right now." Bontifort looked out the window. It was pitch black outside. A considerable amount of time had passed since sunset. "It's already late night, so wait until tomorrow. It is exactly because it's night that I must go, and I will bring a blanket. Design that provides protection." 9. Candle, 34 years old, father. I heard that the visitor from another planet Nyanyako wanted to meet has already arrived. What, already here? That was fast. Jenner was taken by surprise when his wife, Candle, told him the news. And here's the interesting part. They say that visitor from space was wearing a shirt with your face printed on it. Candle giggled, adding, "Isn't that fascinating?" "My face?" "Yes, it's so mysterious." That shouldn't be possible. Let me pause and think this through logically. If a person from another planet has appeared, she must already be in a semi-astral form. She exists because she revealed her name somewhere. She came here in an astral state and named herself in some way. Wait, if there was a distortion in time because she is in an astral form, a distortion in time? In my theory, the astral form transcends time and space. As long as there is an active will, there are no limits to the time and place where it can exist. It is, so to speak, the perspective of God itself. If she really wore a shirt with my face on it, we will need to connect the dots and make the timeline fit together. Design that embraces genius. 10. H.E., the true form. In order to maintain the integrity of the Akashic records, Jenner decided to use his newly invented teleportation device. I have no idea how much time this will consume, but I will definitely return. While Candle and Bandit watched over him, Jenner put on the teleportation device, took a sleeping pill, and drifted off to sleep. The exact moment he fell asleep, Jenner became an astral form. When he opened his eyes, he heard a newborn's cry. However, that cry belonged to someone else, moving completely against his own will. Jenner was now coexisting within the body of another being. He could not move the body with his own intent. Only his mental images could affect it. It was a great relief for Jenner that the owner of this body was H.E. Jenner shared every step of growing up with H.E. because Jenner continuously sent vivid images to him. H.E. began to display a brilliant talent for the arts. When the grown-up H.E. took an interest in a t-shirt selling website, Jenner actively sent him inspiration. And when H.E. successfully created his own t-shirt by a stroke of perfect fate, he named himself Jenner. At that very instant, Jenner and H.E. were beautifully integrated as one, designed for a talented artist. (11) H.E. Jenner, Half-Astral Form. Seeing Jenner as he woke up, both Candle and Bandit looked at him with puzzled faces. "You just went to sleep yesterday. Was the teleportation a failure?" Jenner smiled at Candle's question. "No, it was a success. I spent decades of time there. The time gap is so deep that the time spent over there and the time passing here do not interfere with each other." The two of them were completely lost listening to this. "Father, tell us about life over there." "It is better that you do not listen." "Why?" Jenner frowned at Bandit. "Because I have seen, heard, experienced, and known everything. H.E. is me, and I am H.E. Having just tasted a part of the Akashic records, if I speak of my knowledge, those who could be saved will no longer be saved. The tomorrow of this world is bright. You should just live as your heart desires." Just then the house chime rang. The visitor was a woman. She was wearing a shirt with an illustration of Jenner's face. On the ribbon frame at the bottom, Jenner's name was inscribed. It was H.E. "I heard that you are a genius inventor." She spoke, and pulling out a voice from the depths of that female body where a male soul truly resided, she pleaded, "Please return me to my original world." Jenner replied quietly, "Please wait until I finish building a spaceship, designed for entrusting a wish to God." (12) S.W., H.E.'s old girlfriend. H.E. was swinging on a swing in the park. The cheerful voices of children playing in the sandbox and on the slide filled the air. Suddenly, a ball rolled right up to her feet. A young child chasing after it lost his balance and fell to the ground. H.E. rushed over to him. "Are you okay?" The moment she spoke, H.E. felt a strange, nostalgic sensation. "I'm okay," the little boy replied. As the boy was about to leave with his ball, H.E. called out, "Wait!" The child stopped, looking back at H.E. with pure confusion. "What's your name?" "Chakun," the boy said. H.E. was able to pull that name straight out of a distant drawer of his memories. It was the name of a cat he used to have a long time ago. Without thinking, H.E. called out the name. "Chakun, so you were here." "Who are you, big sister?" The child simply turned and ran back to his playmates. Chakun had suddenly run away from home when H.E. was in his second year of middle school, and his whereabouts were never known. His childhood friend, S.W., had helped him look with all her heart, but they never found him. S.W. I wonder what she is doing these days. We grew apart after I moved away. If I'm ever in trouble, can I count on you? Yes, of course. That's a story from the long past, designed for delivering lost things. (13) Nyazenne, 35 years old. Nyanyako's mother, Nyazenne, and Bandit's mother, Candle, were watching H.E. from a distance as he sat dejectedly in the park. Didn't Mr. Jenner say that if a false name was given, one could return to their original body? Wasn't that how it worked? Nyazenne felt a deep pity for H.E. on the swing. My husband was absolutely convinced of that, but it didn't work. It's a complicated matter, but my husband went to the other world on a soul level and coexisted inside Mr. H.E. When Mr. H.E. used my husband's name, the two warped to this world as one body with two souls. Then, my husband became able to manipulate H.E.'s free will. Although they gave a false name as a test, nothing seemed to happen. My husband, who traveled to the other world, is still coexisting inside Mr. H.E. on that swing. Candle's explanation left Nyazenne tilting her head in confusion. Then, who is the Jenner who woke up and returned from his sleep? My husband says that after Mr. H.E. returned safely to his home planet via the spaceship, he was finally able to return to this world. Design for caring for others. 14. Nyazelbardle, the king. So, are you the one who came from another star in a semi-astral body? H.E. had an audience with the king. The king bowed his head respectfully before the alien visitor. Yes, my name is H.E. In my world, I was generating images using AI. One day I received a text. Out of curiosity, I checked the unfamiliar characters with my smartphone's translation camera and realized it was a message. After some exchanges, I tried sleeping while wearing a t-shirt with Mr. Jenner designed on it, and I ended up in this world. Everyone here is incredibly kind to me. However, I wish to return to my homeland. You have no cat ears upon your head. There is no doubt you are a dweller of a distant star. Though I am the king, I do not possess the power to send you back. When it comes to spiritual arts, my people are far more capable than I. As the king closed his eyes apologetically, Jenner stepped forward to speak on behalf of H.E. Your Majesty, staking my pride as an inventor, I will send this person back to his home planet. Therefore, I have a request. I wish to bring the spaceship of my design into reality. May I humbly ask for your royal support? Very well, I shall provide the funds. In return, Jenner, there is something I wish for you to hear. Design for respect and humility. (15) Eagrasnyaos, the Queen. On that day, Jenner presented himself before the king. Your Majesty, I have brought the promised item. I deeply apologize for keeping you waiting for 5 years. Ushered into the audience chamber, Jenner offered the medicine to the king. A look of relief washed over the king's face as he settled deep into his throne. As the attendant handed him the medicine, his heart trembled. This is the promised medicine. The queen, too, had tears of joy welling up in her eyes. It is true that once you drink this medicine, your desire for power will vanish entirely. However, Your Majesty, before you drink it, I believe it would be wise to think upon it a little longer. Jenner spoke while kneeling, keeping his eyes fixed upon the floor. It is quite all right, Jenner. The king has suffered terribly from his own thirst for power. Your achievement is monumental. The queen stood beside Jenner and gently held his hand. This medicine is needed not just for our nation. Every king in the world desires this remedy. It is all thanks to you, Jenner. A world without war is about to begin. Then I shall be the first to drink it, the king declared. He opened the cap of the vial and drank every last drop of the medicine. Jenner, I wish to deliver this medicine to the kings of all nations across the world. I trust you to prepare the same for them." "I shall fulfill your command," Jenner replied, bowing deeply. Design for praying for world peace. 16. Krennyaron, mail carrier. Jenner had been officially entrusted with the construction of the spaceship by the king. "Mr. Jenner, it's an emergency!" Krennyaron, the mail carrier, rushed into the spaceship factory. "Mr. Krennyaron, you look so frantic. What happened?" "Little Bandit is—" With those words, Jenner remembered. The memories from the time he was still coexisting inside HE. She was saved, right? HE saved her for us. Krennyaron felt as if his mind had just been read. His previous panic completely vanished. "I am sorry, Krennyaron. I know everything. I saw it all through the eyes of HE." "Then do you know that she drowned in the river?" "Yes. A few of them went out fishing, and a small child fell from the boat. Bandit dove in to save them. A floating log struck her, and both of them were in grave danger. That was when HE saved them. I was so consumed with building the spaceship that it slipped my mind. I am a failure as a father." Krennyaron comforted Jenner as he held his head in his hands. "That is not true at all. The one who saved them was you, Mr. Jenner." Design as an amulet to avoid disasters. 17. Bandit Fort, 19 years old. The spaceship was finally complete. On the day it was to take off with HE, Bandit suddenly declared that she wanted to go along and live there too. Jenner had known it would come to this. Yet out of love for his daughter, he had also nurtured the resolve to let go of the love he had raised. Jenner never once told her, "Do not follow us. Mother, goodbye. Thank you for raising me all this time. I was truly happy." After bidding farewell to her mother, Bandit boarded the ship. "Well, Mother, I'm off. I will definitely return." While everyone watched over them, the spaceship was sucked into the rift of time and space. Upon arriving at HE's home planet, Jenner cherished their final farewell. "Be happy, Bandit. I will come visit you again." The door of the spaceship opened and the two stepped onto the ground. Bandit Foruru changed her name to Bandit Fort. HE and Bandit walked together heading toward HE's house. After a 2-day journey, they finally arrived in front of the house. HE held Bandit's hand. "Come, let us go inside together. My father and mother will welcome you warmly." Design praying for a daughter's happiness. 18. LT, 19 years old. HE was awakened by his mother. "There's someone here to visit you." HE had no idea why he had been sleeping in his own room. His gender had returned to male. The clothes he was wearing were Jenner's t-shirt. HE looked at the digital clock by his bedside. It showed February 3rd, 1521. It was the exact date and time of the day HE had left Earth. Was I dreaming? "Hey, you have a visitor," HE's mother called out from downstairs. "The person at the front door is Bandit." Anxious and frantic, HE rushed clatteringly down the stairs. He opened the front door in a hurry. A beautiful woman was standing there alone. She had no cat ears. She was wearing sunglasses. She smiled at HE. "I'm here." "You are—" Nearby, a cat was meowing softly. Riding the wind, the cat's whiskers danced in the sky. In the neighborhood, a piano was playing a melody. The woman took off her sunglasses. "Ah, it's you." Design for the fulfillment of love.